Hello everyone, another random video for me to do, I guess, because I don't really do Star Wars content. But Skywalker Saga is like my game of the year, and I'm still playing it today, and I still haven't completed anything. So I'm pretty hyped for the new character DLCs. And I got 6 packs as opposed to 7 from the last one. But the packs we are getting, there are, well, 2 in particular, very interesting ones that everyone's wanted for packs. And I'll be predicting the contents of each pack. I'm not really certain on most of this. We had 3 confirmed characters, and I find it odd that we haven't had any more confirmations. Like at launch, Skywalker Saga, they just told us all the DLC stuff. And I'm pretty sure on November 1st, we get all 6 packs. They all become available. So I don't know when we're getting an announcement for it, or if it'll just be revealed as it releases. But yeah, I wanted to predict it all. Starting with or the new Disney Plus show that I haven't seen, nor do I know anything about. All I know is we're getting a cash and a variation. Cool, I guess. Again, I don't really care. I don't care the character. But that is besides the point. I'm not really predicting this one. I'll be predicting the others. Well, okay, I said there's another one I'll talk about. Because I don't know what the fuck goes on in this show. I'm guessing there's not really any recurring characters, because I haven't heard of any, characters that show up from popular ones that show up from past things. So I assume it'll just be a cast of new characters who debuted in this show, kind of like how the Mandalorian packs did it. So yeah, not really for me, and it's not going to be something I cover. But yeah, cool, I guess. If it does have any returning characters and they chuck them in the DLC, then awesome. But I really don't know what could be in this pack, because I don't know anything about the show. And then we got this audible pack, which is just going to be costume variants, and it's the summer vacation pack, and this is like a Lego animated special thing, the most recent one that they're doing. So we already know what the figures will look like, because they're going to be based off that. And you can see some here. Now, it can really be anything. It could be any amount, really, because there's a lot to go for, and so they could really just pick anything here. But I assume Vader and Palpatine are the most likely, because it's very funny in that style. Also, even though this is obviously a joke pack, they do want to expand on the dark side roster in general, I'm pretty sure, which I'll get to later. So yeah, I could definitely see them. I can also see some wild picks. I think the Beach Stormtrooper will get in, because Beach Stormtrooper has just been a Lego meme since the complete saga. So yeah, it makes sense to include the one in the swimsuit. So yeah, please do that. and also this one with the swim shorts on. Give me both of them. Again, I'm not really sure what's going to be here, but it's going to be funny. So again, it's just going to be costumes. They're not going to get any characters who haven't appeared in anything else. It's just going to be variants of characters already on the roster. Which is fine, we with the first wave we got the classic characters, a variation thing. So I'm cool with it. But yeah, also, oh my god, the characters just look so goofy. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But onto the other 4 packs, which I have some more genuine predictions for. I'll start off with the Book of Boba Fett pack. And here's the list. So I was trying to think for so fucking long, because I was like, okay, this is a weird choice. It may make sense as a recent show, but with the Mandalorian Season 2 pack, they already had the 2 main characters of the Book of Boba Fett with Fennec Shand and Boba Fett in like the re-armored thing, which I'm pretty sure is the same design he has in his own show. I haven't actually watched it. I don't own Disney Plus, and I do not want to support streaming service stuff because it's really dumb, in my opinion. But anyway, I do actually know what happens in this show, so at least I have that context. I could be missing stuff, and I don't know the prominence of these characters, but I feel they'd be the most standout and they make the most sense in a Lego game. So yeah, I'm gonna go. So I finally figured out what Boba Fett variation they have, and I thought, oh, they're gonna have the maskless one, right? I can't figure out anything else, so I think we're just gonna get Boba Fett without the mask and probably just the same design as the re-armored version, I guess. It's gonna be weird if that's like, yeah, I mean that has to be. It's gonna be a separate costume, just him maskless. Again, that might not be the case, but I really don't think there's any other options other than not have Boba Fett in the DLC pack, which I'd be cool with, but it would be really weird. But yeah, there's also, I don't know how to pronounce the guy name, but like the evil Wookiee guy. Yeah, he's gonna be in, right? And then Trash and Scad, those cyborg motherfuckers. They make sense as like scoundrel class characters. And then 88, probably a more out there pick, but he's a very unique looking droid. I could see him being an inclusion for the other characters section, to be silly. And then also at the bottom here, because I'm not certain, but I think they'll put Cad Bane here because, again, there's not really many options for this DLC pack. And the Clone Wars pack, there are so many characters you can choose from. So I really don't think they'll give it up a slot on the Clone Wars stuff to Cad Bane when he can appear in this. And I apply this logic to something in the next pack. But yeah, I'm not 100% confident about this pack. I really don't know exactly what we'll get. Because, yeah, no variation of Fennec Shand, but I really don't know how you could do another variation. I don't know what. I'm pretty sure she just has the one design, right? So I have no clue. So it's going to be interesting to see what we get in that. We could get like the Hutt twins. Oh, that'd be fun. We've already got Jabba the Hutt and Mama the Hutt of all motherfuckers. So I don't know. They like the Hutt characters and they're very well made in the Skywalker Saga. So I'd welcome that. So yeah, there's an option. Moving on, we got the Obi-Wan Kenobi character pack. I thought the show was just called Kenobi. And I've just realized that because I was reading off the top right corner. It says Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah. I am so out of touch with fucking Star Wars content. I have no clue what's going on. But yeah, we already got Reva confirmed. And she seems like a very cool character. So that's dope. And there's a list I got here. Obviously, Reva as the confirmed character. Also, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think that Summer Vacation image I showed up earlier actually shows his Kenobi Lego figure design. We'll definitely get that here. I don't know what they'll call it in the brackets because I don't think they'll call it Obi-Wan Kenobi brackets Kenobi. I don't think they could do that. But I feel we're gonna get that variant, right? Because it is a very unique look, so it just makes total sense. Next we got Owen Lars, and he's one of the characters who like exists in Skywalker Saga but isn't even playable. Now it's not like you're gonna have much exciting stuff to do when you're playing as Owen because he's gonna be in like the other characters if he were to show up. But he's a very important character, and I feel he should be represented in this game. Even if, again, moveset wise, there's not going to be anything to him, right? Yeah, I can totally see us getting him in the DLC. Next, we got I don't know how to pronounce this either, but it's an Imperial officer lady. She literally has a Lego figure. There's like this one Kenobi set, and she's there, so I feel she's logically going to get in. I don't know how prominent she is as a character, though, but since she does have a Lego figure, I assume she's in the pack. But yeah, I know nothing about her, but cool. Next is the fifth brother. Again, this is a character who could be in Rebels pack, but it makes more sense to have him here. Reasons I'll get to later. I just think Kenobi pack, Rebels pack. I mean, there's just more characters you can chuck in, so it makes sense to move characters here. And the same logic applies to the Grand Inquisitor. This one I'm less confident about. I don't know if they'd pack the Kenobi pack with Inquisitors. I feel like the Inquisitors could have just gotten their own pack, really. Like, that would be so cool. I love the Inquisitors. They're probably my favorite, like, modern Star Wars thing. So we should get our own pack. You know, it's really cool that we're going to get more. As we got one confirmed. And the Grand Inquisitor has to be in one of the packs, right? The fifth brother, I feel should be one of them. Unfortunately, I think it's ruled out the seventh sister because I don't know if the Rebels pack is going to make room for both the fifth brother and the seventh sister. I also don't think that pack's going to have one or the other. Even if the fifth brother is in this pack, I don't think we're getting the seventh sister in the Rebels pack. Because in Rebels, they're a package deal. Yeah, in Kenobi, the seventh sister isn't around at all, which is odd. But, yeah. And also, Kenobi has the fourth sister, which I didn't realize, so I was looking up characters. She doesn't seem prominent enough at all. And again, you're probably having an overabundance of Inquisitors. But yeah, that's another character worth thinking about. But I think she's a lot more likely. And next is the Rebels pack, and here we get into the real juicy stuff, because, you know, the Rebels and the Clone Wars pack, those are probably like the two most anticipated packs, really. Even though, I say Rebels because I'd want Inquisitors, and I'm pretty sure Inquisitors might not get represented in this pack, and will get represented in the Kenobi pack instead. Because Kenobi pack, you don't have much of options. But yeah, let me show you the list. So here you got the entire Ghost crew. And yeah, this is a show I actually watched, so I have a lot of knowledge here. And again, this is 6, so, you know, 6 there. The Rogue One pack, it's 6 the heroes of the main team, and 1 villain. I've applied that logic to this one, and the one villain I've chosen is Admiral Thrawn. Now, I'm not so confident about us getting Thrawn. Again, I feel actually most likely would be we would get the Ghost crew. I feel is a must-have logically, and then the Grand Inquisitor. But also, I feel like because you had the Grand Inquisitor in one pack, I feel it just makes sense to have Thrawn in the other, because Thrawn is obviously a very popular character. He should be represented in this game. But yeah, I didn't chance of him getting represented because, yeah, this does cover the entire show. Whereas like an Mandalorian one, they got repped for both seasons, and that's quite limiting for Rebels and Clone Wars. And because there's only 6 packs here as opposed to 7, I feel maybe they will go all out with these 2 packs and just have like a very big amount compared to everything else. But I don't know. I'm really not sure. If they do have more, then it'd be cool to obviously see more of the villains, like the other Inquisitors, yeah, and just there's just a lot of characters you can pick. So unfortunately, we're not gonna get represented full, but it's gonna be cool to the Ghost crew and stuff. And that also raises another question of what version will it be. Because again, this is why I think maybe the Grand Inquisitor will just be in this pack, and then you can have just season 1 versions of everyone, which whilst it'd be kind of lame, but it would make sense. Because like Ezra, Kanan, and like Sabine especially, they changed so much over the series that you could do like alternate costume for them. And that raises the question of, would we get DLC characters with alts? I think the answer is no. I don't think they would bother doing that. But I think it's a missed opportunity if they don't. Because like Ezra has like 3 different fucking lightsaber variants. So like even from like just the gameplay perspective, there's so much you can do. Like If we can get Ezra with just like the blue sail with the pew pew, the little blaster on the edge, the plasma thing, that'd be cool. And instead of doing like lightsaber throw, he just shoots from it. That'd be like some cool variety. Or you get like the final season Ezra with the short hair and the green cross guard saber. That would also be cool, you know. And again, I don't know what we'll get. And I assume because it's just Rebels as a whole and not going by seasons, I assume they'll just go by the first variants of the characters. Which again, I think makes Thrawn seem a lot less likely. But again, Grand Inquisitor can be in the Kenobi pack, so I just feel like I don't know. Like Thrawn, this is the only pack he could be in logically, whereas Grand Inquisitor is too. But again, because of my logic, I think they'll just be the season 1 variants of the Ghost Crew. Thrawn wouldn't make sense because he shows up as the main antagonist later on, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, and there's also stuff like Sabine, will she have the Darksaber? Answer is probably not, because you already got Gus Fring with that. And that's a question I'll ask again of the character later on. And also, will she have a helmet on or off? Like, Bo-Katan, you only have her with the helmet on. So again, there's been opportunities previously with the DLC to have alternate variants, but they haven't done that with the DLC characters, and I assume that will continue. But yeah, I just don't know if she'll have her helmet on or not. Now, I feel helmet being on, you know, kind of takes away some of the identity of the character, but also Mandalorian helmets are so fucking dope that I don't mind either way. And I assume we'll just get Sabine with the dual blasters, which would be cool. But I feel there'd be potential and just variants for Sabine, Ezra, and Kanan especially. Then yeah, Zeb. I hope he gets like the staff thing with the electric hands. I can't remember the name. Yeah, that'd be cool. And Chopper, that's a fun opportunity for an astromech droid to be DLC. Like, that just makes sense. And it'd be fun to have. He'd probably my go-to astromech droid to put on my character list of, hey, which like class do I have if I like need to use one at a certain time. I'd probably chuck him there. So yeah. It's a very interesting one. But that's my prediction. And again, I'm very uncertain about all this. I really don't know what I'm doing. I didn't even expect more DLC, so there's a lot. And I just want to do a prediction because it's exciting. So yeah. On to the last pack is the Clone Wars pack. And we already got Captain Rex confirmed. Fuck yes. Now, Rex we already see his helmet on. I assume we won't get a helmet off variation because again, I don't think we'll get costumes. But it's so cool to have him. He's probably the most wanted character, I assume. Once we got Ahsoka with the Mandalorian Season 2 hack. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see him. But let's have a look at my list for the other character. Now I have Asajj Ventress, Savage Opress. Darkseid users, very popular characters, very prominent. They just make sense to have, and they'd be so cool. It would be so awesome. And again, it's about fleshing out the Darkseid character class. Because now you have Inquisitors. You have, I assume, more variations of Vader and Palpatine. And now you're going to get like Clone Wars Darkseid users. It's going to be so cool. So I feel these are the most like, because again, like alongside Rex and Ahsoka, these are like the two most one. And if they're probably not, they're not as important to the story as the other two. But yeah, I feel we'll get them, you know. And also, well, actually I'll go for the best first. Next is Hondo, you know, our pirate boy. Very popular character who does have a real life Lego variant, I'm very sure. And also you could make like give him a companion, you know, his little parrot thing. I forgot the name of him. But yeah, there's potential that I assume we won't get the parrot, but I think we'll get Hondo. Because, you know, that's a blatant scoundrel class character choice. Next is fives. Now, again, I don't think I say again. I mentioned this until now, but I don't think this will just be like clones, obviously. But if we do get another clone alongside Rex, then I think fives is the most likely candidate because of popularity and story relevance. So yeah, it'd be cool if we do. Because again, it's like the Inquisitor thing. If we were gonna get like all of them, they just do a separate pack, like they did with like the Trooper pack. Had all the different Stormtrooper parents, which is one of my favorite packs because there's some cool motherfuckers in that pack. So yeah, next is Pre-Vizsla, and this is one that I thought would be like guaranteed if you were to get a Grand Colonel's pack. But because we got Gus Fring with a Darksaber, I don't know anymore. Because once you get a Darksaber rep, what do you do with this guy's moveset? And you know, it's like, well, characters in Lego games just have very similar or even identical movesets all the time. I'm like, yeah, but the Darksaber is probably like the main thing people want from the characters. And then yeah, I mean, Moff Gideon with the Darksaber is literally just Vader's animations. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but yeah. So they could just do that over again for previous, and I'd be happy with that. I just don't know if they think that'd be worth doing now that they have a Darksaber rep. I don't know, because especially since Pre-Vizsla has a jetpack, and hot take, the jetpacks in the Skywalker Saga are so fun. People shit on them so much, but how they're handled in this game, it's perfect. Like the maps aren't suitable for the most part for like just flying around stuff, and it would just break the game. So I'm fine with being a hover ability, and it's a really good hover ability, and you can use it to like exploit so much. So like yeah, it's already breaking the game. It's so fun. Like Bo-Katan is like my favorite character to play just because of the jetpack. It is so fun. So I really want Pre-Vizsla, because imagine a jetpack user with a lightsaber. That'd be so cool. See, I really don't know what he'd be like if he was in the game, but I think it'd be cool anyway. And Pre-Vizsla is a very popular Clone Wars original character, you know. I hope he's in, but again, I don't think he will. And again, it raises the question of, does this Mandalorian have his helmet on or not? I don't know. I guess something that I think about is like planet DLC. There's so many planets already, but if you were to get more planets, then Mandalore's got to be like the number one pick, right? Because that'd be so cool. And going to another character I'm uncertain about is Mother Talzin. Now, if we got Mother Talzin, that would be so fucking cool. For like she being like a dark side class, right? And I think it's possible because they were very creative with Snoke, with just like the Force lightning and stuff. Doesn't actually, just fights with the Force. Doesn't use any weapons. You could do the same thing with Mother Talzin, something like that. And that'd be so cool. So I think it's possible. I just don't know if they're willing to put in all that effort for a DLC character or not. I'm really not sure. But I'd love to get Mother Talzin. And again, she's another very popular Clone Wars original character. I just don't know if they know how to make her work. But I think they. And lastly, we got some Clone Wars variations of characters. Now, I think they're aware enough to not waste slots with just variants of like just popular characters. But I do think there's a valid place for it to have chosen. More because Maul is a Clone Wars character pretty much, right? Like the Phantom Menace did nothing for him, and then the Clone Wars makes him one of the best characters in the franchise. My personal favourite. And I think he's very distinct, his Clone Wars variant. Spider-Maul especially, but I don't think we'll get Spider-Maul. That'd be cool, and I think it'd be possible if they make like the Rancor playable and shit like that. But I don't think I'll do that. But like, you know, like the metal legs Maul, something like that. And you could have him with the Darksaber again, and like just a regular single blade saber. There's so many options for Maul that I think he'll get an alternate variant. But I don't know. And lastly, Ahsoka, again, completely different to like her older self. And this is the more known version of Ahsoka anyway. And Ahsoka, again, is like the most popular Clone Wars original character. It just makes sense representing in this DLC. And they have seen characters who just show up for who are DLC only get multiple variants, like Andor. So, yeah, I'd be happy to see clone variants of these two. Outside, I don't think there should be any more, but I think it's worth pointing out the obvious, like Clone Wars armor for Kenobi and Anakin. And I guess there could be more Jedi, they could add new Jedi, but I feel like they'd be more focused on the dark side characters in regards to lightsaber users. I'd love to see Pong Krell especially, though. But then again, I don't even know what class you'd put him in and stuff. But he'd be ridiculously cool in a LEGO game. So yeah, shout out to him. So yeah, those are my predictions. Again, I'm just hyped for DLC. I don't know what's going to be. But I'm really hoping we get like some very good stuff. I just want the Clone Wars pack to be good. I just want the Clone Wars pack to have what I need, what I want. I just want Cad Bane, Asajj Ventress, Savage Press. We've already got Rex. We've already got like an Inquisitor rep. I want more Inquisitors, but still. And Hunter the Talon would be cool. That's all I want. Give me what I want. So yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it. And again, the DLC like bundled together will be the same price as the 7-pack one. So again, that could be an indicator that like Clone Wars and Rebels, I'm guessing in particular, will have a ton of characters to justify that. But the same on the packs sold separately are just the same price. Obviously, like the amount of characters in each pack varies. So we either see a ton of characters, or we could just see a pretty standard amount. Either way, I'm very excited. And yeah, the Clone Wars pack is going to be great regardless. Come on. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping we get, and also what I'm predicting. I'm trying to be somewhat reasonable here. So yeah, before I continue rambling, I'll go now. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.